everyone, I'm Brittany. Thank you for joining me for this sculpt workout today. We're going to use a small piece of equipment called a little flex band, resistance band. I have a heavy resistance. You can use as many as you like. So this brand, 3, 4, 5, they make 5 flavors of resistance. So choose whatever you feel is appropriate. We're going to be using it for glutes. So you can go a little bit heavy on this one. So we'll use him in a minute. Let's just warm up here a little bit. So I'm going to start with my knees bent, seated nice and tall here. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose and then exhale through the lips. This is where I like to just set an intention for my workout, thinking about only my workout, what's happening on my mat, not what I need to do after this workout or what happened this morning. Just you. Flex your back as you lean over the thighs and let your spine completely round forward and the head fall down. And we'll do the same breathing here. Inhaling through the nose and then exhaling, just relax through the shoulders. Inhaling and then exhaling. One more please. Go ahead and breathe in, feel the sides of the ribs open. And then everything closes back together. All right. It's always nice to start with a little bit of breathing just to sort of reset. So we're going to put the resistance band, we're going to get in it right away. So I'm getting this on the tops of my knees, just around my thighs. And we're going to lie down. Slowly rolling through the center of your spine. Go all the way down onto your back. Now, I can bring my feet in super close to my bottom or further away. So it's going to feel very different. So we're going to do all 3. So I'd like you to start as close to your butt as your knees can bend. My knees are the width of my hips. So I have just a touch of resistance on my band already. And we're going to work here the outside of the hip. So I want you to just press the legs apart and then return, not all the way together, just to the starting resistance. Reach the legs apart. So you're feeling it right here in your rotators of the hip joint, a little bit in the side of the glutes. We're gonna get about 10. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold the resistance on the last one for 10 seconds. 9, 8, just start to feel it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, same, only bring your feet just a touch further away from your hips. And we'll do the same thing. Widen the knees and then return. So notice that feels differently as you start to scoot your feet further away from your middle. Let's keep our core tight here throughout. So we've got just a little cinched in waistline. So all those muscles are working. You can roll onto the outer edge of the foot, really getting some warmth here in the side of the hips. 8, 2 more. If you're not feeling this, your band is too light, okay? Little pulses, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you can connect to your pelvic floor at the same time. So contract, yep. 3, 2, and 1. Now, feet go a little further away. Still, this is our 3rd and final variation. And we press. That's feeling a lot different. It starts to go lower as your feet go further away. And press. So rolling to that outer edge of your foot. 7, 8, 1 more, we're gonna hold it out there and we get those little pulses. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in. Now my feet come back in as close as they can. I'm gonna step my feet, let's go an inch wider on each foot and then pull the knees out according to the width of your feet. So there's more resistance on the band. And I'm gonna roll. So I'm rolling through my imprint and I'm lifting up into a nice, we call this a shoulder bridge. Press the arms into the mat. And then I'm gonna melt from my top to my tail through the center of my spine, never releasing the resistance on the knees. So again, curling up and lift and then slow rolling down. 2 more, curling through the hips, feeling the pelvic floor muscles, a little bit of glutes and hamstrings, and then right back down. Again, up we go. We're gonna hold it here. Little tiny pulses apart, apart, and wide. For 10 of these, so 5 and 4 and 3, 2, we're gonna leave the knees, start position, little pumps up, little hip thrust, just drop and lift the hips. We're pushing from where your butt and your thigh meets. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna stay here. So I'm gonna just walk my feet in just a touch more narrow. They were a little wider, remember, as we started. So just in line with the hips. Now, let your hands just find your hip bones so that you know where they are in space. You know if they're gonna drop or not. So they're staying here. We're keeping the legs side by side, and I'm gonna simply extend one leg straight, and then the foot back to the ground. And then we switch. So the hands are not necessarily resting on the hips as much as they're just sort of providing some feedback, some tactile feedback to let you know if you have dropped or rotated your hips. You don't need your hands here if you don't like. And we switch. Now our body is quite smart, and if we're not careful, when we put that foot down, it's gonna start making its way into the middle. Make sure that you're keeping your foot just under the knee. One more each. Reach, reach, and let's bring it all the way down. Let those legs together rock side to side. We're gonna work a little bit of hip flexors. We're gonna be in a bridge, so we're getting our glutes and our hamstrings, of course, but we will get a little bit of hip flexors, so just be aware of that. So again, bring my feet in close to my buns. Take a breath here. Now we don't have to roll, we just have to go up. So just press up here. Now similar what we just did with that leg extension, now I'm gonna keep my knee bent and I'm gonna bring it up. Same way, up and up. So this right leg is really working through the glutes. This left leg getting my hip flexor, plus I'm getting the obliques and the glutes to maintain my pelvis in this stationary position. 2 more, 7. And we got our foot down and change. 2, 3, 4, halfway, 5, 6, 1 more. 2 feet down, roll down. Knees sway side to side. Let's go ahead and just turn over onto our side. You can either let your head rest on your straight arm or prop, whichever you prefer. I'm gonna bring my legs just slightly forward. So my back is sort of on the edge of the back of the mat, my legs angled forward. Flex both of those feet, hand on the waist. I'm leaving my band at my knee. Up. So we're just gonna start simple. Notice when I go down, I'm not gonna go all the way down to slack. I'm gonna just keep it where there's a little bit of resistance. 5, 6, 7, and we're gonna hold it here. Now keeping the resistance on the band, I'm gonna draw a rainbow. So I'm gonna come forward, my toe reaches to the ground, we come back up, and then I'm trying to go behind, that's the hard spot, and then up. So you try to go toe in the front, up, heel in the back. Now these hands on the top here, the fingers and the thumb should be just feeling all the muscles contract through the waist as your leg goes forward and backward. Harder for me in the back here. Try not to let your body tip around to compensate for the weight of the leg. 2 more, forward, back, forward, and back. Okay, straight legs, so nice straight line here, and then I want you to bend them. So I'm drawing my feet straight up towards my bottom, and I'm gonna bring my feet in as close as they can possibly be to my bottom. My feet stay together. Woo! The first one, and 2. So you really wanna keep those heels together. We're doing this clamshell. 4, 5, 6, just wait till the other side. It always hurts worse. 2 more, 9. We're gonna hold it here. lift the leg, taking turns. Knee to knee, foot to foot. Knee and foot. Now I'm just tapping the heel down. Knee and heel, knee and heel. If you want to touch your toes, touch your toes. Okay? 4, 3, 2, 1 more. That is burning. Hold it here, just pulse it back, back. 3, right here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower it down. Let the knees slide a little bit in the front and just stretch. That second side, you are in for a treat. It's gonna hurt worse than that first side. Okay, lean back just a little if you want a little spine rotation. All right, other side, here we come. So the second side always hurts worse because it was already working on this first side. You just weren't paying attention to it. You'll pay attention now. So we got those legs going on a diagonal forward, hand on the waist. Let's dorsiflex those feet. And we're just starting up and down, right? You feel that already? 4, 5, 6, 7, and we hold it. Rainbows, toe, and heel. Now, notice that my heel doesn't go all the way down. My toe doesn't either, but my heel doesn't go nearly as close to the floor because I can't keep my pelvis still if I go any further back. So just manage your range, making sure that your hips remain stacked. You don't get extra credit if you take it all the way back and you roll your hips with you. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, straight line, and then we just zip it up. Pull those feet right up towards your butt, feet together. That even hurts, right? So just starting, here we go. Mentally ready, up, and 2, 3, 4, we're getting 10, 6, 7, 8, 1 more, we're gonna hold it up. Lift the foot, knee to knee, heel to heel, knee and foot. 3, 10 again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more time. Hold it like this, pulses back, right in there, just burn it. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, taking the front, little stretch. If you want to rotate the spine back, it's kind of tight, so that doesn't feel super great right away for me to go back. Gotta ease into it a little bit. Okay, let's come on to our hands and our knees. So rather than keeping my band here at the knees, above the knees on the thighs, I'm actually gonna just put it under my left knee, okay? So that's the only change I made, right under the one knee. Hands are under the shoulders, tuck that toe under, and this one is in flexion at the foot and the knee. And I'm gonna go up and up. So if I didn't ground that band, it would be sliding up my thigh. That's why we have to kneel on it. 6, 7, now as you push up, don't let it arch your back. Hold it here, turn, neutral, lateral, neutral. So I'm just angling my thigh, pointing my knee away from the midline. 5, 4, 3, 1 more, hold it laterally rotated, pulses, this is like a back attitude. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down, quick recovery. We're doing giant circles. So up, out, and around. Up and around. So I'm trying to get the leg up about the height of my hip. 7, reverse. Circles always go both ways. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stretch it back. So this will feel good if you just bring your hands to one edge and pull the hips in the opposite direction. We'll get both sides, of course. Let's switch the position of the band. Bring it up above the knee on the left. And let the right kneecap pull it down on the right side. Side 2 is always such fun, right? So hands under the shoulders, and then just pay attention to what's happening in the rest of your body. We're not down here, right? We're gonna press away from the floor. We've still got some awareness in our shoulders. And up. So squeezing like you're gonna press the roof off with your foot. 5, 6. We do 10, I believe. 9. And we're gonna stay up. And then we turn, middle, turn, turn. So we're just holding that resistance. This is where that heavy band really plays a role. We want it to be heavy. Our legs carry us around all day. They're used to a lot of body weight, right? One more, we're gonna hold it. Up, up. Just squeezing right in that hard to reach area of your booty. 5, 6, 7, 8. And bring it down, right into our circles. So I'm keeping my foot in dorsiflexion. It helps to recruit the backside of the leg, the hamstrings and the glute a little better. 6, 7, 9. We're reversing. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back. A little stretch. Okay. So I'm gonna put both of those above my knees again, where I started. Let's insult the abs a little bit. So we're gonna keep it going here, so keeping the warmth. We're gonna do that by widening our base. So I've got this resistance all on the outer thigh here. I'm gonna reach my hands forward. Now notice, my feet are not real close in. Friendly distance away. Okay, we're going back. We're gonna curl the hips under. Try to touch the spot on your back between your hip bones, your tailbone, and your ribs. And then right back up, keeping the knees apart. Tuck. And up. If your feet are super close in, this becomes quite challenging. So we're just starting here. I call it a friendly distance away from your butt. Okay, so just some room to move here. Any breathing is okay. But if you want it to be harder, you take your inhale up. You would exhale back. Inhale forward. That's a little bit more challenging. One more. Okay, holding the resistance. We're just gonna stay upright, press, and press. So notice I'm just rolling onto the outer edge of my foot. With an upright posture, it just changes the muscle group that we're working there in the side of the hip. 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're gonna come all the way back down onto our backs. All right, hands behind the head. We're gonna find that imprinted position, so really tuck the tail under and lift your legs up to tabletop. Take a breath. And then as we exhale, flex. So we're gonna keep the right leg stationary. I want you to just reach the left back, middle, reach, middle. So I'm maintaining an upper thoracic flexion. My right leg is stable at tabletop, and I'm just challenging my core muscles by sending that left leg straight and low. 3, 2, 1, hold it, straight up, down. 2, so the lifting is the hard part here. Well, both sides you'll feel it. but you're working more abs by lifting that left leg. 6, 7, tabletop, right, and reach. So I want you to get an opposition. When your leg goes out, navel pushes down. 5, 6, 7, straight up, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, tabletop. Fan the knees apart, feet are together. We reach and squeeze. 2, 3, wide knees. Reach. 2, 3, wide knees. Imprint for sure. Imprint for sure. So I'm not changing my pelvic alignment. I'm keeping my pelvis in neutral. Or I'm sorry, in imprint, not neutral. 3, 2, 1, center, reach, 2, 1, bring it back to start again, reach, 2, 3, take a break, go ahead and put your feet down. Let's lift our hips up, little hip flexor break there. And then roll it down. All right, then band all the way down to the knees. That's never good, right? The lower it goes on the leg, the harder it's going to be. So if you need to keep yours up at the knee, go for it. So here's how this is gonna go. The legs are out straight. Already, if this is uncomfortable on your lower back, you're here instead, okay? And we're gonna be pushing the legs out and back in. Otherwise, you're gonna start with longer limbs, sort of like a jumping jack. Get ready. Arms are forward. Breath in. Squeeze your glutes. Go ahead and flex so that you're looking straight over towards your toes. And I want you to pick up the legs. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Okay, so that's what it's gonna feel like. We're gonna crunch the knees in, and then we're gonna reach arms and legs out. And then we're gonna crunch, and then we're gonna reach arms and legs out. We'll go overhead with the arms to add challenge. So let's just start with the arms forward. Squeeze the glutes, abs, head, neck, and shoulders. We're gonna crunch here. And then reach out, crunch. Reach out, crunch. So we'll call this level 1. Level 2, okay? So my head and shoulders are staying up. I'm reaching my legs low and wide apart, so I'm working right into those obliques as they reach around the hip bones. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the legs up. So I'm gonna keep resistance on the band here the whole time. I'm gonna go around and switch, switch. So this is the choreography for the legs. Start going down, 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 down. 5 and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower. So my head staying down is actually making this more challenging for my lower abs. 4, head up, give all the abs the work, but shares a little bit, takes a little bit off the strain of the lower back. And lower, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 2, 3. I'm gonna put my head down, really work this last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and bend the knees, keeping it at the feet there, and just lift the hips. And lift. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring the knees in. Let's just get a little side to side here, and then rock yourself all the way up. Let's take those feet out. And I'll have you lay on your bellies just for a sec. Gonna work a little bit on the back side of the body here. Okay, my legs are finding the back corners of the mat in a lateral rotation. I'm gonna have my forearms connected to the ground, pressing up here and lower. Slide shoulders away from the ears and we lift. And then lower back to the mat. Coming up. And lower. Lift. And lower. Legs come to parallel and hip distance apart. Arms are forward. Hover and just stay. Shoulders away from his ears. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the elbows, lift. Hover like you're flying. Bend and lift. Reach. 3 more. Pull. Reach. 2. Pull. And reach. And lower down. Go ahead and shift back. Get a nice rounded spine here. Both hands reach for one edge of your mat. Pull in the opposite direction. And switch. All right, so there is your sculpt workout for your derriere. I hope that you are in a good amount of discomfort where you feel like it actually did a lot of work today. Good job, it was super hard, but you did amazing. And we'll see you next time.